matching hundreds. It's a coach. You're watching Madden football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see teams with a couple of running backs who each went over 100 yards a weekend ago.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Tennessee Titans and the Detroit Lions. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. Ryan Tannehill will be orchestrating the offense, the top 10 pick back in 2012.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Here's a quick throw out wide to Humphries. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tannehill. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 30. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort: 11 catches, 98 yards, and a score.
And he now has 8 touchdowns on the season, and I just know this. He's going to be so eager to run routes in this one and try and get to the end zone at least 2 more times. 10 is a key number. Really signifies that you've had a big year.
Now a give, running right is Lewis. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now it's Tannehill, and he's got him in, Corey Davis. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 16. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A 2nd down run with Lewis. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down. Now this now play number 9 on the opening drive. But it's 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
It's week 17, Brandon, and I'm just going to go ahead and say it. He's not going to win the MVP award. But that doesn't mean to me.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I'd file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20 because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So return is Taylor. It's a net of 40 there. A punt of 48 and a return of 8. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well. But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a 1st down for him, too.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a 1st after a gain of about 9. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down now, it's Lewis. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially when they're trying to stuff a gap. You know, we get that double A gap look. This time he got too eager and got too deep into the backfield.
Here's Tannehill. It's caught. Humphries. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. From the red zone now, Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. That was a 3rd and some. Somewhat manageable now, not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
He gets it to Humphries. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. Throwing again is Tannehill. And Walker has it. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. To throw is Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stanford dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run, deep left side, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that fourth down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
Stafford throws complete to Galladay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. And he's got this down to the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
22.
Now a first down throw. Stafford toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. It's caught, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. To throw is Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point good by Prater. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down. Your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and then converted a second time for 6 points.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that. Because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well. All right, if you're kicking field goals, that's great. But your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with. And that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get 6s. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia, I'm trying to erase this deficit. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devon Kennard drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Here comes Grant on the return. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Lions will take over. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Throwing is Stafford. Brought in over the middle by Graham. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. On third down, Swift, and he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. On first and 10, Stafford. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here, as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And, Charles, when you catch that toss going right or left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the pylon? Is that where you're going?
Well, typically you want to try and maneuver people a little bit so you have some space to get to the pylon. So I want to make sure I try and move them a little bit to the inside, and in this case to the left, so I can get to the right side and get to that pylon and wink at it as I go by.
Prater on to add the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the touchdown run came from Kerryon Johnson to cap things off. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe somebody to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now they'll run with Lewis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Returnable for Grant. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A huge play there on the screen pass. And even 60 yards. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Stafford. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Tannehill, and nowhere to go. He goes down to the turf in the end zone. Tannehill taken down for the safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here.
And, oh, that is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on, come up to 6.
It's a lot of points. Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. This one caught by Davis. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Tannehill. It's caught by Davis. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So we've come upon... Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Back out is Matthew Stafford in the Lions offense. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, come on, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now Tannehill dumps it off to Lewis. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They try again with Lewis. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Swift looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Throwing on 2nd down. Stafford got his man complete over the middle. That's Grant. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. Into a double team and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one, That was way too easy.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is...
And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. And this defense continues to dominate. How about two safeties in one game here?
You don't even put that on your goal sheet. This is something that results when you're playing really well on defense and the offense has nowhere to go with the football. Dominating performance.
Get ready, get ready.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
They'll run on first down. Swift. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 99 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
And the Titans are going to recover the football, and that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Here's Tannehill. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Delaney Walker, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Extra point put through by Succop, and that will get them one closer. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass, and that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And nowhere to go. He'll make it back only to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, Swift, and he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
So where'd all that running...
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Tannehill on first down. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Delaney Walker, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
As far as tight ends go, if you get 3 or 4 touchdowns in the season.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Stafford on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 15 against your squad.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, and that'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Stafford. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's got this down to the 35.
Here we go. When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now a play fake here on first down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. T.J. Hockenson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown. And all he takes off with it, it's a fake. The tight end can kind of be that diamond in the rough secret weapon that you have, and right there they show you why.
And it's becoming less of a secret, isn't it, partner? Every game that we do nowadays, the tight end is a featured receiver, not just a blocker, as in the days of old. Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Shotgun handoff for Lewis. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He'll get this one complete to Davis. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. And that'll set them back 5. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. They run. This is Lewis. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a first down. They'll stay with Lewis here on first down. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. First down, Titans, gain of 12. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
70, Indy.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On second down, it's Lewis. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run for it with Dion Lewis. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Dion Lewis, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. Now it's Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. This is Lewis. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Lewis. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making a big-time play?
The Titans on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
X3, 218, chop. Ready.
Now Lewis here on 1st down. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Tannehill. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Line, it appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill. And Walker has it. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the 1st. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Brett Kern now. He's been terrific so far. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Stafford on third down. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Lewis. Romeo Okwara in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line.
60 Pittsburgh.
On first down, it's Taylor. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Yeah, absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lewis, and he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Dion Lewis with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. They do tack on the extra point as well. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. Now Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far, a big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true. It's actually right.
That happens more often than you might think. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Titans, they will indeed finish over 500 at 9-7. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better-than-average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Detroit, this loss will be the capper to a dismal 4-12 campaign. And with some high picks coming in this spring's draft, it's a team for whom